Hello everyone and welcome to another live protocol video. This time I'm going to be talking about one of my absolute favorite personality types of all the 16 of the Myers-Briggs typing, and they are the ENFP. So I'm going to give you 5 good reasons, 5 good ways that you can spot an ENFP going out and about in the wild, in society, wherever you may go. If you find people that are displaying these characteristics that I talk about in the video, there's a good chance they might be an ENFP. So without further ado, I hope you enjoyed the video and I will see you next time.
How to tell if someone is an ENFP. Number 1. ENFPs, in a general rule, are very attractive people. Their level of energy and optimism when you first meet them is contagious. Who doesn't like to be around someone who radiates warmth? It's not that they're trying to, it's just the way they are. Now if you combine that with the way they choose what to put in their wardrobe, it makes them even more fun. Their minds are as colorful as their clothing. A good way to start analyzing if someone is an ENFP is by the way they dress. I'm not saying every ENFP is this way, but normally they like to put together elaborate and colorful outfits that pop out and stand out from the crowd. This is not to be mistaken for calling attention, it's an inherent need for self-expression, and to let out what's going on inside, which is so much, and if they don't let it out can make them feel constrained and restrained. Number 2. The energy coming out of them is filled with positivism. They seem very enthusiastic when hearing about your ideas. I love talking to ENFPs, because they are supportive right from the get-go. They make you feel like you are indeed heard and understood, even if you're not sure about those ideas yourself. The ENFP will give you that motivation you might have been missing. Even though they are extroverted at heart, they love to talk about deeper subjects. Small talk is something I found to be a mixed bag with ENFPs. Some enjoy it due to being a social interaction, others see it almost like a chore. They like to talk about deeper topics. When they get in the zone talking about these deeper subjects, they can go for hours on end, and if they find a more introspective person, then they can lose track of time, and leave behind everything else they had planned for the day, because they were so involved in that conversation. So if you encounter someone who has the capacity for small talk and can be very good at it, then all of a sudden gets deep into the nitty-gritty, talking about the shortcomings of society, and how its inherent processes are a breeding ground for anxiety, there's a good sign that person can be an ENFP. Number 3. They want to make you feel like you matter. My dear ENFPs, you do so much for other people's self-esteem, that sometimes you forget that you need some reassuring of your own. ENFP's first gut instinct is, what can I do to make you feel special? They try to make themselves approachable, whether by smiling or by having an inviting demeanor. They do this because they prefer to be approached, rather than approach others. I believe this is due to the fact they deeply long to understand others, and by doing so they would like others to understand them as well. If you encounter someone who is inviting, maybe calling your attention with colorful clothes, smiling, and having an optimistic glow about them, you might be dealing with an ENFP. I believe this is a sort of a vetting mechanism. It's like saying, hello there, I'm friendly, I'm open to conversation, I'm making myself approachable, I want to understand you, and it would be nice if you understood all my complexities as well, in hopes the right people come along. Number 4. This one is one of my favorites. The fact they put someone so completely at ease, that they have no problem breaking people's barriers. Even the most guarded people are not immune to ENFP's charms. This might be due to their sometimes childlike demeanor, which may feel like a whirlwind of experience. To me that feels very fresh and gripping. New people don't feel judged, and are able to let their guard down. Deep inside I believe everyone wishes they were more like that, to sometimes be more carefree. So if you find yourself connecting with someone, because you feel at ease and you don't feel like you need to worry you will be judged or ridiculed, then you might have found yourself an ENFP. Side note: don't be surprised if you become best friends with them, not long after the conversation was initiated. Number 5. For the final note, which is just going to be a theory of mine, from my own observations and perceptions as an INTJ. To fully explain this point, I have to start with another staple characteristic of ENFPs, which is, from time to time they will just vanish. You might not hear from them for days or even weeks. I have a theory that I will need ENFP's clarification. Are you ready? Let's go. When this retreat happens, is it because you give so much of yourselves to others, that at some point you experience some sort of aversion to people? As a Buddhism enthusiast, I'm basing this theory on the concept of balance. Do you feel like for you to feel equalized, you need to take away at some level? Or is it just because your levels of energy get low, and need to be recharged? I'm saying this because although you are extroverts, you don't quite fit the small talk, gossipy nature that is normally associated with extroversion. And having to engage in that to get to a deeper understanding of people, which is what you are really looking for, is tiring for you. Or maybe it's none. The fact is that ENFPs do at times disappear, apparently for no reason, and come back as nothing happened. As an INTJ, this is clear as day to me. I understand, respect, and relate to the idea that people need time for themselves, even when there's nothing wrong. So if someone disappears on you for a while, and then comes back and starts talking to you like they saw you yesterday, it might be a good indication that that person could be an ENFP. If you liked the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. That will allow us to keep making more videos like this. For more related content, please click on one of the suggested videos. Thank you for watching.